Good morning, Garfield leaders, and welcome to the week of March 24th, 2025. It is Sunday afternoon when I'm making this video. You might notice Mrs. Skogstad's wearing all of her Duke things, and I have been busy watching a lot of basketball this weekend. Yesterday, I was excited when the South Dakota State women won their game, and today you can see that I'm cheering for Duke, and it's looking good at halftime for them to be able to advance into the Sweet 16, so we'll see what happens. Speaking of basketball, we have a great week of learning and growing together, and it's going to end with our big attendance basketball game this Friday in the afternoon. So keep collecting those basketball cards and keep showing up on time and ready to learn every single day, boys and girls. We're counting on you. You know, Mr. L's job at Garfield was to help with attendance, and he worked really hard to make it exciting for kids to want to be at school. He started the attendance trophy, the traveling trophy. He would calculate which grade level had the best attendance each week. He gave Jolly Ranchers in January to classes who had all of their students at school on time and ready to learn in a given day, and so much more. But one of the things he really loved was the basketball game and creating the basketball cards and just getting everyone excited for the opportunity to have fun together as a Garfield family. We're going to sharpen our saw. And while we are really missing Mr. L, we can work hard to make sure his legacy lives on in us. And that means like a little part of him lives on in us. And one way that each one of you can do that is by working really hard to make sure that you are at school on time and ready to learn each day. That was what Mr. L wanted for each one of you. And so in order to honor him, we should all make an effort to be doing our job at school every single day. We're into the fourth quarter now, so we're getting closer to the end of the year. So I want to challenge you, boys and girls. Let's try to have perfect attendance. See if you can come every single day from now until the end of the year. The only time when I would ask that you didn't come to school is if you're sick, because we don't want to spread germs. Another thing that we want to remember about Mr. L is that he showed kindness and care every single day. He loved to be at school with each of you. And many of you talked about how one of your favorite things was that at the end of the day, he would make sure you crossed the street safely. Mr. L had a way of making everyone feel like they were the most important or very special person in the world. And I know that as staff members, when we were talking about him, many of us made that comment that, you know what, he really made us feel like we were the most important person. And I know for many of you, he also made you feel very special. And so I'm going to read a little book to you because I've noticed just in the last few weeks that there has been more unkind things happening, and name calling, and just things that are hurting other people's feelings and hurting their heart. And that would make Mr. L really sad. It makes me sad. And so I'm going to read the story to you, and then I'm going to give you a challenge. The book is called I Am Love, a book of compassion. When I see someone going through a storm, of hurt and unfairness, of anger and sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow dark, and when there's fear, I ask myself, what can I do to help let the light back in? I put my hands on my heart and I listen, and that's where I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. I can be there. Love is present. I can hug and hold and say everything will be all right. And I can speak softly and choose my words and actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all I have and be able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I know that no one can be perfect. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something is wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those I've loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, or a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares and know that all creatures are made from the very same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in for others and for me, I know that there is something I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and light up the sky together. Boys and girls, I am going to challenge you. Look for ways to share your joy and your love with other people, especially as we think about the kindness that Mr. L showed to us and just the little things that he did to make people feel special. I want to challenge you to try to look for those opportunities to show compassion, to show kindness and respect, to use kind language, to help someone, to let your light shine, and to show that love for one another. In doing that, Mr. L lives on through all of us. So that's my challenge for you this week and going on forever. When we show love and we show compassion to one another, Garfield will continue to be a place where everyone can feel safe, respected, and loved. All right, boys and girls, halftime's about over, and that means it's time for you to get back to the important business of learning, and it's time for me to continue to cheer for Duke. And if you look at my messy tabletop, you can see I have lots of work that I want to get finished today so that I can start the week off on the right foot. And I know, boys and girls, it's going to be a thumbs up day and a thumbs up week. We have great things to look forward to. Our 3rd and 4th graders are going to a play at the pavilion on Monday, and we're going to end the week with our big basketball game. It's going to be exciting, boys and girls. Remember that we love you and have high expectations for you no matter what. Soar, Eagles, soar. And go Duke!